Morning, Smack. That's where I came from. There's a little trail that runs over here from the Appalachian Trail. It's just a few hundred feet. And this is called BeeCH. It's a pretty place. Nice house. And then there's a rhododendron in full blossom. They're really pretty. I've been seeing those since February. It's nice to finally see the blossoms that they produce, which are pretty nice. Not sure which one I like more, the rhododendron or the mountain laurel. They're both really colorful. That back dark room is sort of a hiker hangout here, and then the next little addition room to the back of the house is where we have breakfast. That was delicious. And then there's a couple bunk rooms. There's the yellow one, and there's the red one. The red one is where I'm at. There's 2 bunk beds, so 4 people, but there's only 2, and one of them's my roommate's leaving today, so we'll be down excuse me, just one. There's a privy, but a real upscale one with a light inside, and it's pretty nice. This is a outdoor shower which has super powerful spray and real nice hot water. As you can see, storm clouds are brewing. I hear there's a storm coming up from the south. Good thing I'm taking a 0 today, and possibly tomorrow. I'll see how my Switzerland friends are doing, especially the husband whose knee's really giving him trouble. If it doesn't improve in a day or so, I think they may be going home, which is too bad. It's sad, all that planning. But he re-injured an old knee injury. Good reason for a 0. 80% chance of rain today. Here it's 100%. I think the same tomorrow. And it's sort of chilly today. No fun being wet and chilly. I thought this might be a good time, since I'm taking a 0 at BeeCH Hostel in Daleville, Virginia. It's raining today, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But since I'm just sitting here figuring out the next hike, I thought I'd go over my Virginia connections. Way back, my father's ancestors were originally in eastern Virginia somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where. But eventually they moved out to Missouri in the St. Louis area. My earliest direct connections to Virginia were back in 1956. We moved to Virginia. My dad was stationed in Washington, D.C. He was designing the aircraft carrier USS America for the 4 years we lived there in Arlington. And I went to Stonewall Jackson Elementary School. And later, when I was in college, my parents lived in McLean, Virginia, while my dad was working with he had retired from the Navy, and he was with the shipbuilding commission trying to figure out how to make America shipbuilding more competitive in the world, although it was pretty much impossible because most of the other big shipbuilding countries gave money to the shipbuilding industries, and the United States didn't. So it's pretty hard to compete in price. Later on, when I started college, I started at the Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, which is pretty close to Virginia. So I lived in the area again. And later after that, after college, I joined the Marine Corps and was stationed for officer candidate school and then what's called the basic school. After that, I was again in Virginia, Quantico, Virginia, for about 9 months total. And later, much later, after I got out of the Marine Corps, I went to school at Georgetown, and we lived in Arlington, Virginia, and then later moved out a little farther towards Quantico, not real close to Quantico, but just a little more in that direction, more closer to Fort Belvoir Army Base. And my brother went to the school in Virginia, one of the Virginia state schools. So, other than California, where I've lived for 40 years, the longest I've lived in any state is Virginia. So it's my second home, Hawaii being my third home as far as number of years spent there. I think that's about all my Virginia connections that I can think of. But if I think of any more, I'll add them to the video. Take care. One thing to add to that is my brother got married in Virginia while I was at the Naval Academy, and they barely let me out to go to the wedding. But I attended the wedding, and one of my nieces was born in Virginia. So more connections to I guess they call it the Commonwealth of Virginia. One last connection to Virginia is both my parents are buried in Arlington Cemetery. So, and I have a lot of friends that live in Virginia. Having gone to school and nearby, a lot of them went to work in Virginia, so I have a lot of friends in the area. So, a lot of connections to the great state of Virginia.